we were wondering, as far as we've heard that you're in a couple charities, and
Yes.
we wanted to ask you kind of like what charities you're involved with.
Well, thank you. I've been in many over the years. I've had good friends that have invited me to be a mentor and or speaker for junior high and high school kids, usually for drug and alcohol diversion programs. And I've always been very honest with the kids. I just tell them honestly. Some of my biggest passions are, number one, when I met Paul Newman when I was doing The Crow with Brandon Lee, Paul invited me to meet a gentleman by the name of, there's a doctor out of Florida, and he was involved with the Cleft Palate Foundation and Paul Newman's organization, the Bogey Creek Gang. What they do is, like the Shriners, they rebuild children's faces, which helps them have a more glorious life. We went to the camp on many on a couple years in a row, my wife and I, and it was just a wonderful experience. I have also lived with and helped support wolfmountainsanctuary.com. That's the website. It is a wonderful place in the San Bernardino Mountains, east of Los Angeles, where Tanya Carloni, the founder, has rescued wolves and given them an opportunity to live their days out without being put down. We also teach people about habitat preservation, very, very important. I love Whole Foods because they work with indigenous people to make sure that the evil corporations don't decimate their food supply through pollen that's designed by scientists that sterilizes their indigenous food products. We live in some very critical times right now where our children wonder, just as I did as a child. I was very bothered by the fact that our grown-ups thought that atomic weapons would be a really good thing, and splitting the atom would solve all of our energy problems. Well, we know that that was not the case. The duck and cover was a lie. It won't protect you from anything. Now, having said that, I believe one of my hobbies is encouraging people to be energy independent. This morning on the news, I was watching someone from I think it was Saudi Arabia, talking about the finite resources of oil. I can't wait to get some solar panels up and wind and be off the grid. And it's not because of some conspiracy, it just makes good sense. Being self-sufficient is a good thing. Shop local, eat good food, exercise properly. And as far as charity organizations, I believe it's our obligation as human beings to give back. And there's ways to do that, by volunteering. I have been a reader for blind college students. I have visited people that were in nursing homes and brought our dog, a big, huge, gentle giant that sometimes would help someone who hadn't spoken in a long time pull out of their dilemma.
Right.
A gentleman by the name of Brandon Bonds out of Atlanta, Georgia, make a Tattoo Artist of the Year a few years back. We did a fundraiser at the Palms Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Thanks to Brandon, raised enough money for a lady by the name of Tia Morales, who rescues pit bulls and gives them a home, otherwise they would be put down. A lot of people raise dogs and they fight them and they think it's a bully dog and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to take care of them. They become problematic. Spay and neuter your dogs and pets, just like Bob Barker says. God bless those people in whale wars. There is so much good work to do. I encourage all of that good behavior. Now, Tia now is on Animal Planet. It's called Pit Bulls and Parolees. Check it out. Support her. Find something that you love. I don't care if it's an eagle sanctuary or a whale or protecting the whales. All of that stuff is good. And people like Rush Limbaugh and those other naysayers who are multimillionaires and make fun of people that do good work, you know, ignore them. Ignore them. Go out and do what matters. Make a difference. Make the world a better place. And even if you want to do it for a selfish reason because it makes you feel good, do it. But try to do it, you know, with a loving heart, in a kind manner. Because someday you might be on the receiving end of somebody else's generosity and compassion, and we need that in this world, so our children do not become despaired. What other charities would be? Well, for instance, when I go to my garden a couple times a week and I pick food, whatever I have enough for my family and what is left over, I take it to the food bank.
That's awesome.
You know, that's the kind of stuff that everybody can do. Shop local. Don't eat the fast food. It'll kill you. It's no good. Now, if all the fast food places replaced it with really good, healthy food, we wouldn't have so many diabetic, obese, sick people with heart problems.
Agreed.
You know,
yeah,
the solutions are right in front of our face. So get involved with your community. If you have crime in your community, make it your hobby if you're so interested to work with your police department. Be part of Neighborhood Watch. You know, not to be a whistleblower, but to be a part of your community. There's nothing worse than just being cloistered inside your box, fiddling with your computer and living in the cubicle. There's science fiction stories through H.G. Wells, for instance, and other people that have written about the future 50 years ago, 60 years ago, and they're talking about where we are today.
Right.
You know, take charge of your life and your future. These are the kind of things that I feel make a difference.
So in other words, you encourage responsibility.
Thank you, thank you. National health care, let's not have this silly argument. Let's not, you know, prevention is better. Go to the Netherlands, learn about their structure. In Canada, people go, oh, Canadians. I have many lovely friends in Canada. I work in Canada, I go to Canada. They're not complaining about the high taxes, etc. It's a clean country. You know, in the United States, we trash. You know, we're doing better, we're recycling, etc. But for crying out loud, you know, the selfish me has to go.
Well, for the people in the audience that may not know how to get to some of these organizations, do you have any suggestions we can do?
Sure. The Facial Cranial Society of Florida is one organization. You can also Google the Bogey Creek Gang. It was started by my dear friend, Mr. Paul Newman, General Schwarzkopf, Stormin' Norman, and Arnold Palmer, one of my big heroes. Another person I'm very proud of is a gentleman, you'll see him save the children. He's got a beard. He used to be one of the fearsome foursome of the Los Angeles Rams, of which I used to love to watch him play football. Merlin Olsen is his name. God bless you, Merlin. You're trying to help these children have a better life in third and fourth world countries. I have to laugh when people like, you know, Kathy Lee Crosby goes, oh, I didn't know that my children sporting good lines of which I'm making millions of dollars. This is not a quote. Were shackled to sewing machines on floating barges because the International Child Labor Law said it was okay and I could get away with it. I mean, you know, come on, get a life. Get a life. And all you people that go out there and go on the internet and you watch all of that porn, what the hell's wrong with you? All you people in the South Pacific and Thailand and the Philippines that have child sex slaves because there's so much poverty, it's the only way that kids can make a buck. You know what? All of those people that take the junkets and go down there and abuse those children, you should be in the Vatican and talk to those people. They've been doing it for years. Now come on. You know? Get real, get a spine, grow up, man up, and do what's right. And all you people that are having problems, you know, because of your neighborhoods and whatnot, and you got to be like everybody else because, you know, look, prison is not the place you want to be, okay? Man up, love one another, stop causing chaos. There's no future, and if you're going to do that, don't have kids. You know? Come on. I have many, many friends in law enforcement. I have many, many friends in the healthcare field. And they're doing good work. They're doing the best they can. Support them. You know, clean up your neighborhood. If you see some crippled person walking across the street and the light changes, park your car, get out, and help them cross the street. Okay? It's called random acts of kindness. You know, the worst thing that could happen is it could make you feel good. Someone might smile and say, hey, thank you. Hey, there before the grace of God go away. It could be you tomorrow. Okay? I wear this jacket forever, and the reason is on the back it says, love all, serve all is one. We are a community.